What's going on, guys? Jordan here, back with another video, and you guys saw a little aerial view there for the beginning of the video of the crops, and you can kind of tell they're okay, you know, a little bit of thin spots. We're gonna go check them right now to start the video out before I get started with today's bout of farm work. But my dad's out spraying right now. He's on weed control before the wind gets too high, and we're gonna go check on that and look at the crops a little bit on the edges. It looks pretty thick and tall, but to be honest, a lot of it's a little bit thin, and we'll look into that a little closer today. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Oh, what's up? Hi. So the wheat and the barley over here by the yard, it actually looks pretty good. It's not too scarce or anything at certain sections, but there are some parts, as you saw in the aerial footage, that was a little bit thin. In general though, to check on the wheat and the barley, it looks pretty much like this, and it is growing pretty well. The soybeans look okay too. It's just been a little bit dry for them. We did get a few thunderstorms over the past little bit, and that helps, but it's just a dry year, you know, and the crops are suffering a little bit. The canola especially is thin. That's over by the highway. I'm not gonna drive over and check that right now. Not as good. But the wheat and barley is all right. Sunflowers are poking through, but we'll see how it ends up this year. Looks like the dry year could hurt things a bit. And you can see from that grass moving in the wind, it's too windy to spray. I can actually, down in the distance, see my dad coming back with the sprayer. And we've kind of had this weird weather where it's really hot or really windy, and spraying kind of needs neither of both. It needs cooler, windless or low wind days, and we haven't had a lot of those. It's been pretty rare. So the spraying is a little bit behind right now. It is June 11 today, and the spraying hasn't necessarily gotten much done, but we're hoping this afternoon we'll get a lot of spraying in, and then Monday will be a full day of spraying, and hopefully that'll kind of pick up the pace a bit. We're doing farm related stuff, at least for a little bit. A couple fixes on the sprayer. I'm gonna kind of trim and push mow around the bins that gets all long and overgrown. A branch fell down on the thunderstorm I gotta pick up at our house. High wind is bad for golfing and spraying, so what are we supposed to do? Piper doesn't know. Let's get to work. Come on. Well, my dad is fixing that sprayer. There's just a little break on some tubing that's been welded before. Weld broke off, so he's grinding it down, welding it back together. While he does that, I'm gonna push mow around the bins before it gets too hot. Keep everything looking nice. Hi, Burton. What you doing? Get down. What's he doing? Burton's being a goon. We're over here at my house and got some little damage from the thunderstorm the other night, a couple nights ago. I see all these sticks that got ripped down, mainly coming from this big guy right here. So it broke off right up there on our willow tree here. Burton's back. I brought the electric chainsaw. I think that's gonna be enough power because that split off a lot of the way. So I just gotta saw that off and get this off the fence. Gotta get to work on this so it doesn't keep sagging the fence. Well, all the little yard work stuff is done, which is pretty good. That was a good project to get that branch down. We're actually working right now on straightening a jack that got bent. Gotta do little things around the yard since the wind's up, like straighten this jack, mess with the tailgater, boom a little bit, and grease the air seeder tank. Just little stuff. We have a birthday party this afternoon, so not gonna be working all day, but just fiddling around since the weather's not really cooperating with us. So still gonna pump away on this, and I'll probably check in maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow, with an update on the spraying situation and maybe get some footage of that so you guys can see what's going on, and we'll continue the farm related stuff from there. Talk to you soon. All right, everybody, so you can see spraying's getting done. That's a pretty ugly canola field. That's probably the worst looking one that I decided to film with the drone on over top of, but it is what it is. And the spraying is getting done. He's been going all day today and has a couple more tanks to do, I think, tonight. Finally having a good windless, warm day to get the spraying done. Tomorrow, maybe half a day, we'll be able to spray and kind of maybe catch up on some of this stuff. Me, I'm gonna start working on deck number 2. We did that little front deck and made it brown. I actually don't know if you've seen that yet. And this is deck number 2. Bert's up here, but we're about to do this one, changing this red to brown also. And here's the finished product for deck number 1 that we did, changing it from that red you just saw to this brown. Of course, the barn swallows have pooped on it many times already. That's it for today though. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like the video because that helps the videos reach more people, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy.